Rick has a great question. Does having a label help with the structure and communication with your partner? Does it give a blueprint into what is expected? Now
Hmm.
that's a tough one
Hmm.
because yeah, with me, like I would call I like to say bisexual because everybody knows what bisexual is. I
Hmm.
kind of feel more hetero romantic, but nobody
Hmm.
knows what that means.
Yeah.
So yeah, labels, I hate labels, but they are important for communication, right? So
Hmm.
but with your partner, how
Hmm.
important are labels, do you think?
I think this is also an it depends question. I know it get irritated with me.
Yeah.
But I think at first asking, does having a label empower me or deplete me, right? Or
Right.
restrict me? And so first you got to figure that out. And when you figure out like, okay, so let's just go with like queerness,
Yeah.
am I empowered by my queerness? When I call myself queer, does that feel good to me that I have that label?
That's a good point. Yeah.
And if it does, then like, yeah, okay, yes, I am queer because I am.
Yeah.
And so, like when I was finally able to embrace that, it felt great for me to
Yeah.
embrace it. And so when you're with your partner, even if you have the label though, so if you say like, yes, we want to label ourselves as swingers, or we want to label ourselves like consensual non-monogamous or open marriage or whatever,
Yeah.
you still have to create your own blueprint. And because if you get online, because this is what a lot of people do, right? They're like, we want to open up our marriage. And then they get
Yeah.
online and they're like, oh, open marriage, define, and they read these things and they're like, okay, this is how we got to do it.
Yeah.
And there's just going to be things in there that don't apply.
That's a tough one. Yeah, that's
Right.
not. Yeah, and also society, I think,
Mhm.
portrays some of these labels that are way off kilter. Like
Mhm.
bisexual doesn't even mean you have to be romantic, but it
Mhm.
does feel like, especially with bisexual men, they're portrayed as always have to be romantic with men.
Mhm.
It's a little silly.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I guess the advice is just to be like genuine with
Yeah.
your description of what that label means to your partner. Maybe that's the best answer,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah. Yes. And, you know, even sitting down and like I said, like writing that owner's manual, I think a blueprint is a really awesome way to think about it too. Like, what do
Yeah,
we want to build here for ourselves?
yeah, yeah. I
Like,
like
what
that.
structure do we want to have in this exploration of our sexuality or relationship?